I'm Alan from Seeds to Freedom. I often get asked about indoor plants, so I thought I'd show you just a couple of things that I'm growing over the autumn period, which will survive, particularly the tomatoes, at least probably another few weeks. So let me just show you a few of them. This is just a, obviously just a cherry tomato, and with that process of putting them on pot plants. This is a self-watering one. I'm pretty sure you can get these from Bunnings for about $20. They're probably about 70-80 centimetres long by about 250 wide, which is more than enough. You can probably see that these, particularly these tomato plants, there's 4 little stakes. They're just tomato little bamboo stakes. And one of the questions I get asked a lot, I'm just going to show you some of these things, like the dying off of these leaves. Well, leaves of any plant are basically just like a solar panel, and like everything in life, it has a lifespan. And some people send me photos of the tomatoes and they say I've got good tomatoes, but the actual plant seems to be dying, and that's true. That's what's happening. As the plant ages, it's surplus to requirements. The leaves that are producing the energy for the fruit that it's near just die. But as you can see, as you go further up, this is about a 12-week plant of tomatoes, and as you can see at the top, it's very healthy, and there's plenty more tomatoes to be had for the next 4 to 5 weeks, maybe a bit longer, depending on the weather. You can probably see that this window is, this is an indoor patio area, and the window is facing north, so it gets all that northern autumn and winter sun, which is very important. The bonus of a pot like this is that you are planting very close together, and you can actually sort of add other things to the pot. I've got, as you can see, cherry tomatoes there, but next to it is just the habanero. This happens to be the Magnum. As you can see, when we say orange Magnum, they really are very orange, and they sometimes overnight just turn from green to orange. Extremely hot. I probably would use 1 or 2 of those in a big curry, but I rarely do. I tend to use jalapeno, Tabasco, or other chilies that aren't as hot. These ones I will use with natural pesticide. There's another video on this channel that you can have a look at for making your own organic pesticide, which is chilies, garlic, and a bit of natural soap. And have a look at that, and that can help you just supply some pesticide for your garden. But like I say, these tomatoes are absolutely superb. If you've never grown anything and you want to grow something indoors, just grow some tomatoes. In parts of Australia you can virtually grow tomatoes all year. I'll show you some other things that I'm growing in pots. These are basically what you'd have to call a small garlic farm. It's a similar size pot. Again, it's the when I say self-watering, I mean it won't water itself. Basically, you're looking at, you know, it's sort of idiot-proof. If you overfill it, it'll just leak. But I always water my plants every 2 or 3 days during autumn. That's all they need. They get some natural, particularly in the garden, they'll get the rainfall. So, but garlic is one of these wonderful things. You could really grow it in anything. It's one of the plants that you can't really make a mistake of. I often get asked also to supply garlic in clove form to be sent to people, which I don't do, because you're better off trying to source your own garlic in your own area. It will grow best. Find a good organic fruit and veg shop, and hopefully they can supply you with what you need. Now I'll show you some of the parsley. Again, this is a, well, it's a more northwestern facing window off the patio, but plenty of light, probably 4 to 5 hours of sunlight a day this gets. This is just Italian parsley, and this is where I grew the basil, which I'm about to show you in its dried form. And when I pulled the basil out, I just simply replaced it with just a few lettuce. Just things that you can keep ticking over in the garden to pick on to make salads. So I'll show you the picture of the basil when it was grown. It grew to about 90 centimetres, about 3 or 4 plants, absolutely beautiful. And the thing about basil, like most herbs, if you can harvest it before it flowers, because a lot of the energy and oils that are in the plant before it flowers are lost, because that's what it does. It produces the flowers to reproduce the seed. But I'll show you a picture of the basil whilst it was growing, and then I'll show you the dried variety, which I'm going to show you how to make your own herbs to preserve. No, that's not Julia Gillard. I know a lot of people would probably suggest it is, but it's not. And this is the plastic bag. It's very exciting, I know, but that's only just gone on in the last couple of weeks. This is the basil plant itself inside the bag. So you can see all the dried bits and pieces. The idea is that this was hanging and just drying, and eventually when a few of the leaves were dry enough they started to fall off, I end up putting a bag under the bottom so we wouldn't lose all the basil. Doesn't look like much, but it's 2 or 3 plants that are in there that are now dried, and all I do is I'll just crush the actual dried leaves, and when they're all just small bits and pieces they'll go into a jar, and I will use that in my cooking. And there are many ways to dry herbs. You can do what I do, and that's just naturally let them dry in a cool dark area, and they will just dry naturally. Or you can use like an oven method, but I don't particularly like that. So anyway, just a big hello to all our customers at Seeds to Freedom, and I'll catch you next time. Make sure you get some veggies in for this autumn and winter. Till next time, bye bye.